All right, guys, today we are going to take a look at undo tables. And these undo tables are a tool that we're going to use to help us solve equations. Now, they're sort of like number lines when we were adding and subtracting integers, that they're a great tool to help us. They help us sort of visualize what's happening, but we're not going to use them every time forever and always when we solve equations. This is just how we're going to start off solving multi-step equations, because they really are a helpful tool to help us sort of understand what we're doing and why we're doing it and how it works. So we're going to walk through a couple examples in this video, and then we will do even more examples in class. And it will probably take a couple examples for you to sort of get the hang of it, so make sure you stay with us here. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to first complete the description column. Using the order of operations. And then we will complete the undo column. And finally, we will work up from the bottom of the table to solve the equation. So you can see the table down below. You have the description column, the undo column, and the result column. All right, the next question asks, what is a solution to an equation? And we've been solving equations now for a little while, and what the solution is the value of the variable that creates a true statement. In other words, if x is the variable in our equation, we're trying to figure out what does x equal such that when we plug it in, we get a true statement, which is what happens in the check step. All right, so let's start with a very easy equation. In fact, this equation in number 1 is similar to ones that you have solved in our last unit. But we're going to start with an easy one so you sort of see what happens here in the table. All right, we first fill out the description column, and the first box is always, always, always pick x. All right, what you're doing is you're looking at the side that has the x, and you are trying to think, okay, if I knew what x was, what would I do to solve that side? In other words, think like what you would do in the check step. All right, so if I knew what x was, I would then multiply x by -5. All right, well, in the undo column, I am going to do the inverse operation to undo what's happening. So to undo multiply by -5, I am going to divide by -5, and that will give me what x equals. All right, so what my equation equals, whatever's on the side that only has the constant, that is what starts in the bottom of the result column. So here I get -30, and I'm going to do -30 divided by -5, and that gives me 6. And so I know the solution to this equation is x equals 6. All right, now I'm going to check it just like we did before. So I rewrite the original, -5x equals -30. I'm going to plug in 6, and -5 times 6 is -30. So I got a true statement, and therefore I know that the value of x is in fact 6. All right, let's try one now that has 2 steps. So we have 2x minus 19 equals 11. The first box in our description column is always pick x. Now we're looking over here at the side that has the x, and we're thinking, all right, if I knew what x was and I was following the order of operations, what would I do next? And I would multiply it by 2 and then subtract 19, because multiplication comes before subtraction. If I knew what this x was and I plugged that in, think like when we evaluate expressions, I would multiply by 2 and subtract 19. All right, now I'm going to move over to the undo column. How do I undo subtraction? That would be addition, so I would add 19. And to undo multiplication, I would divide. So I'm going to divide by 2, and that will give me what x equals. Just as a quick side note here, for those of you who would maybe look at this equation and start by doing a keep, change, change, then in this box here, you would have had plus negative 19. And then in this box here, you would have had minus negative 19. And hopefully you see that minus negative 19 is the same as plus 19. So even if you keep, change, change, it will still work. All right, so then I'm taking this 11, I'm bringing it down to the bottom of my results column. I'm going to do 11 plus 19, which is 30. And then I'm going to do 30 divided by 2, which is 15. And so that's my answer to this equation, x equals 15. And now we'll check it to make sure. So we have 2x minus 19 equals 11. I'm going to plug in 15. So 2 times 15. Notice when you do the check step, guys, that you're basically working down the description column. So you do 2 times 15, which is 30, and then 30 minus 19, which is 11. So you know, since you have a true statement, that you found the correct answer. All right, let's try another one. Number 3, we have negative 3x plus 12 equals 24. So again, my first box is always pick x. Then I'm looking at the side that has the x, and I'm thinking, all right, if I knew what x was, following order of operations, what would I do next? And it would be to multiply by negative 3. Make sure you keep that 3 negative. And then I would add 12. So then I'm going to undo that. To undo addition, I need to do subtraction. And to undo multiply by negative 3, I need to divide by negative 3. And that will give me what x equals. So I take that value and I bring it down to the bottom of my result column. And 24 minus 12 is 12. And 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. And so my solution is x equals negative 4. And then I'm going to check that. So I go back to my original, negative 3x plus 12 equals 24. And then I'm going to plug in what I think x is, which is negative 4. And again, in my check step, I'm basically working down what I said I was going to do in the description column. So negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. And then 12 plus 12 is 24. So again, I know my solution's right because I got a true statement. All right, let's take a look at number 4. You can see this one is still a 2-step problem, but a little bit different. Why don't you take just a second and see if you could fill out the description and the undo columns. All right, so you always start with pick x. Again, you're looking over here at this side that has the x. You're following order of operations. If you knew what x was, the next thing you would do would be divide by 6, and then you would subtract 10 or add negative 10, whichever way you want to think about that. So to undo minus 10, you would add 10. And to undo divide by 6, you would multiply by 6. And that will give you what x equals. So we're going to take that negative 3, we're going to bring it down to the bottom. Negative 3 plus 10 is 7, and 7 times 6 is 42. So we think our answer is x equals 42, but we're going to check it. So we have x over 6 minus 10 equals negative 3. I'm going to plug in 42. And then follow order of operations. So 42 divided by 6 is 7. And 7 minus 10, or 7 plus negative 10, if you want to think about it that way, is negative 3. So I get negative 3 equals negative 3. which is a true statement, so I know I have the right answer. All right, now we're going to try number 5. As you look at number 5, you notice that there is a little bit more going on here. In fact, this is kind of a complicated equation that we need to solve, and yet with these undo tables, it really is not too difficult. It's just a couple more steps in my table. So let's give it a shot. We start with pick x, because that's what we always start with. Again, I'm looking over here at this side that has the x, and I'm going to follow order of operations. Well, in order of operations, parentheses comes first. So because we have x minus 5 in parentheses, the first thing I would do is minus 5. If I knew what x was and I was evaluating that expression, I would follow order of operations and subtract 5. Then after I subtract 5, I would multiply by 7 and then add 4 because multiplication comes before addition. Now as I go to undo this, to undo add 4, I would subtract 4. To undo times 7, I would divide by 7 because multiplication and division are inverse operations. They undo each other. And to undo minus 5, I would add 5, and then I would get what x equals. So I'm going to start with negative 10 in the bottom. All right, I have negative 10 minus 4. And if it helps you guys, do the little problem to the side because negative 10 minus 4 is like negative 10 plus negative 4. And so that is negative 14. Be careful with the negative signs. Negative 14 divided by 7 is negative 2, and negative 2 plus 5 is 3. So I think my solution is x equals 3, but I'm going to do a check step, and it's going to be a little bit of a longer check step since there's more steps to this problem. So I still start by rewriting it, and then I'm going to plug in what I think x is, which is 3. And again, now I'm going to write down that description column. So I do parentheses first, so 3 minus 5 is negative 2, or you can make that 3 plus negative 5 if you want. Then I do multiplication, so 7 times negative 2 is negative 14, and then 4 plus negative 14 is negative 10. So again, because I got a true statement at the end of my check step, I know that I found the correct solution. All right, that's all that we're going to do in the video today. We will continue to do some more examples in class the next day, but hopefully this gave you a brief overview of how we use undo tables. Have a good night.